Welcome back, everybody. It's Dylan here from Space Cadet Crypto, coming back at you with another Crypto.com update. And we saw a huge drop off in a lot of these altcoins these past couple of days because of the Bitcoin mini crash, right? The correction that Bitcoin had to have. But since that crash, we did see a nice rebound from a lot of these altcoins, and they are still in murky water right now, but they are on the path to recovering. And crypto.com is another altcoin that has been recovering because we saw a major bounce in the charts today. So what we're going to go over is the crypto.com charts and compared to Bitcoin pairing. So if this kind of information interests you, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out my channel a lot. Also hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss any updates on crypto.com or any other altcoins that I'm going to be reviewing. But without any further ado, let's get right into the charts. Okay, so what we have here is the crypto.com chart, and if we look, we see that has actually been oscillating in between the support and resistance level right here for an ultimate breakout of this ascending triangle. Remember, ascending triangles are bullish patterns, so it had a bullish bias to break to the upside. Yet we did have that massive correction for Bitcoin in a very short amount of time, and that caused the price to actually break this structure and come back down here to its previous lows. And if we see here, we take a look here at this part, we did see a nice bounce and a slight recovery from this key support area level right here. But we ended up not having the momentum and the price action to actually go through this this initial EMA ribbon flip. And we ended up just losing the support, breaking through this support right here, and ended up touching on this resistance box or the support box now. So we did end up bouncing off the support box, and we ended up coming towards back into breaking into this structure again, this ascending triangle, maybe for a fake out. But what ended up happening is we also had this EMA ribbon here as resistance. We had our previous support. Remember, if the support is very strong in the beginning, it is also going to be very strong resistance to break back into. So we did get a bounce back onto this resistance box or the support box here, but now we've broken through that as well since another Bitcoin crash happened. Since then, we did find some support on this golden pocket area or this key fib area right here of the 0.65, where we found a lot of support right here, a lot of support right here and here to move on to the upside. We found the same thing right here. So that is a good thing. And what I said in my previous videos, if you're watching my previous videos, I said that this golden pocket area would be a great region of support because of the high volume nodes. And basically the high volume nodes are, if we look over here and we look at the VPR, we can see that there are high areas of trading with this price. So we saw high area volume right here. So a lot of people are trading at that price, either buying or selling. So we had a nice support here in this region. And we also had nice support right here too, in this area. So once we broke this area from the beginning, we saw continual downside to where we saw some lower regions of volume. So if there's going to be a low region of volume, a low volume node, like in this area right here, it would be very easy for the price to just fall between that to a more higher volume area like this area right here, right around the 14-cent region, which is exactly what we saw. And we also see in this volume node right here, it's a little bit more volume. So we are seeing some support and resistance area happening right here. And we also saw, if we look, we zoom in a little bit more, we did have a nice bounce here from 14 cents to this 17-cent mark. But as we're seeing weakness in Bitcoin right now, we are seeing some indecision in a lot of the altcoin marketplace. So that is nothing to fear right now. A lot of these are going to be rebounding, as we've been seeing before, but let's zoom in right here on what exactly happened. So let me take away the VPR. We are seeing a break through this resistance box, and every time we have a resistance box, it is, or support box in this case, right? Support here, but now breaking down through it, finding support here on this golden pocket area, moving up towards this resistance box, it is going to be very strong resistance. So we did see a touch to it, but ultimately we're seeing a rejection back down here. So what you can expect in the next couple of days is crypto.com either retesting this area if there's strong enough momentum, if people are buying, because we can see here we were extremely oversold here on the RSI. We're extremely oversold in this area. So we saw a lot of buying pressure to come back up here. So right now we're actually not even in overbought territory yet. We're not even in the middle. We're still in an oversold area. So we could see more continued upside till this RSI has to reset. This is the 4 hourly candles chart, by the way. And we also see here, we see a lot of resistance coming in from this EMA ribbon that has flipped bearish right here, starting when we broke through it. So that is a lot of resistance to look out for around here, the 17 to the 18-cent region mark. But if we were to reclaim this 18-cent region mark, we could make a move back up into this 19-20-cent region, which we were trying to reclaim these past couple days. And we also can see probably like a head and shoulders coming into play, where we have a left shoulder, the head, and then if we have a continued movement towards the upside with some dippage right here, we could have that right shoulder happen. And if we were to make that move, this is just based on speculation right here, if that right shoulder were to form, we could break back up into this triangle right here towards the 24 to 25 cent mark. But right now we do have very little volume coming in, right? So once we saw that increased sell volume come in and we saw this big move towards the downside, we did find buyers in this area because of that high volume node. And we found a nice wick right here, right? A nice buying volume wick, along with more buying volume coming in. And we're starting to see a little bit of weakness, but at the same time, it is the weekend. And we also, it's not a lot of volume. So we are in this oversold range still. Let's look on the daily. On the daily, we did break through the EMA ribbon. So that is a little bit bearish, but we could break back into it. And we're seeing a lot of weakness right here in this area. Let me just erase some of this stuff, some of my drawings, but let's zoom in a little bit. So yeah, so we are trying to reclaim this area right here, break above the 17-cent region, which is what we want to see. We want to see that price move at least above this area, this 18 to 17-cent area, which it can start consolidating in until Bitcoin finds its bottom. Because once it finds its bottom, then we can see all these altcoins start to surge, because the only issue is not Bitcoin dropping, but Bitcoin dropping very quickly, which is what affects all these altcoins so much, because Bitcoin is the leading asset in the crypto market. So whatever it does, the altcoins are going to follow, and probably more drastically at that. So, but if we see Bitcoin just consolidating, trading sideways, that's all we need for these altcoins to move up and make their next target. So I do not see crypto.com going any further than this. We did see a huge correction, and we found a lot of support here at the 14-cent mark, where we have a lot of buying volume. So that is looking good for crypto.com. Why don't we look at the crypto.com compared to Bitcoin pairing as well, because there's some interesting stuff there too. Because we were forming an ascending triangle here on the crypto.com compared to USDT. But if we look here on our pairing for crypto.com with Bitcoin, we did see it forming a nice symmetrical triangle, and our price target for this symmetrical triangle would be around a, let's do the measuring tool right here. Okay, so we could see a 40% increase in crypto.com's price compared to Bitcoin. So that is a huge move towards the upside for crypto.com. Plenty of room to grow. And as you can see here, we do see, if we zoom in on this chart, this nice oscillation between these resistance and support coming in right here in the symmetrical triangle, right, touching both points. And then we did see a breakout from this symmetrical triangle. Now, we did see a nice bounce here because we have this support box right here, right? Previous support here, support here. And we did find support right here. We found a huge wick. This is a nice big bullish wick because we had a nice tail. So that means the price went through this support, touched this other great support, and then came back. And look, now it's actually inside this symmetrical triangle once again. So that's a very bullish move. We did see a quick move to the downside, but we managed to break back into this symmetrical triangle. So that is great to see, and we see nice support back on here again, and we're starting to move back up. Our next step for recovering in price would be right around here above this daily EMA ribbon. So we did find support here. If we look on the 4-hourly as well, we did find support right bounce, and then we found a nice move to the upside with a bunch of green candles, a bunch of buying right now. Now we are finding support here. If this support holds, then we can see continuing move towards this resistance area here of the top of this symmetrical triangle. But as of right now, it is not looking like a lot of volumes coming in right now. We have to hold the support. If we don't, then we could fall back into this support box and hopefully bounce back off again. If we break through it, then we can see our next price target right here. So let's do a fib retrace real quick and see where our next levels could be. Okay, so our next levels could be, so we also see a nice confluence right here with the golden pocket where we found a lot of support. Apart from this support box, we found our bounce off the golden pocket. So if we do break this part right here at around 0.0000283 of a Bitcoin, then we can find back down here with this price at the 0.786 fib retracement level right here at 0.0000238 area. So right now, crypto.com has broken this symmetrical triangle, but it did manage to break back into it. So that is a very bullish move right here on crypto.com compared to the Bitcoin pairing. And on its regular pairing with USDT, it has a nice bounce off this golden pocket. Now the next steps would be to reclaim this 18-cent region apart from this 20-cent region where we see a lot of other resistance, and then ultimately break back into this 20-cent region where we see our ascending triangle break. But if we do break lower down to the downside, the price target for this move would be right here around the 8 to 9 cent region. So that would be, if we were to break through this golden pocket area, would be the first one 12 cents, and then the next one would be around 9 cents. But it is looking like we did get a nice bounce, and as Bitcoin recovers, it finds its bottom within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we could see the movement of this price action go back to 25 cents. So it is still looking bullish for crypto.com. We did find some great support. Now it just is a matter of time whether we can break this resistance box area and this EMA bearish cross area. So once we find support on top of that, then we can see crypto.com moving to its all-time highs here at 24 and 25 cents. So it is still looking bullish for crypto.com. We are all just recovering from that Bitcoin crash, all the altcoins, not just crypto.com, but a lot of them are suffering right now. But remember, but you just have to remember, when there's blood in the streets, it is the best time to buy. A lot of these altcoins are on sale. I just picked up some more crypto.com, and it is looking good for all these altcoins in the near future. Not exactly short term, but mid to long term, all of these altcoins are on their way to making massive gains. All right, so that is it for this video. If you appreciate my content, remember, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. I'll be updating as much as I can every day. So if that interests you, make sure to keep updated with my channel. Once again, my name is Dylan. Thank you for joining me. That's it for this video. Peace out.